Do you think the violence, do they say about trauma?
Aye.
Do you think that affected you?
Oh, massively. Even of a trauma, childhood trauma, like, just, uh, just normal childhood trauma, like, and the trauma inflicted on people, it's affected me massively. And the people I've hurt friends, knocked out friends. I was just on a rampage. Do you know what I mean? The violence, it was actually, in a way, just to make me feel powerful. But I think in another way, it was another way they hide who it really was. They were a scared boy on there, like, you know. And then it was living up to a name too. Living up to my brother's name, living up to my dad's name, living up to my family's name. See, I would conflicting things years ago when I was lying. My dad's Collins, my ma's Dean. I kept Dean. And I wanted to be a Collins when I was younger. And that was a big thing. The Collinses would have been known in Craigan for just being madmen and all that. So I thought, if he's not calling me Collins, I'll show you who's the real fucking Collins. And then, like, there was stuff happened to my uncles. There were one uncles I've never been met before, called Kieran Collins and Provost of him and stuff. And I'm just going off stories like I've heard. But I was in primary school, helping these ex-provost windows and doing their cars and doing all this crap when I was young age, fighting this battle that I wasn't even born when it happened. So I was just listening to things. So now when I have my own mind, so I'd be very, very cautious of what I say in front of them, especially alcoholic. And no, it's very good knowing that I broke that cycle limits, because I went to a party a couple of weeks ago up in my cousin's house. I wasn't going to go, but I went up. And just once everybody started getting a bit drunk, I just got off sides. I just don't want my Wednesday experience it at all anymore. Because the more you're around stuff like that, the more it's normalised, and the more you feel it's alright to do anyway. And that's really the violence had traumatised. I've had trauma through inflicting it, and I had childhood trauma too. Yeah.
So you were saying about your worst times and alcohol. What age were you?
Worst times. Probably when I started. I didn't worst times at all the times. But it's the places that led me. It wasn't like I had muckers. They weren't doing what I was doing. Do you know what I mean? We're a big crowd of us. We're all really friendly still. But I always seemed to be the maddest one. You know, it was always me doing the fucking mental stuff. Always me arrested. Always me would have just done stuff out of a complete blue. Now, I had a thing for fighting. Not fighting, but being on the midst of chaos all the time. And even when I was a boring night, I would have created chaos. Like. But that led me to the madness and fighting and all spread out everywhere, and your name was going everywhere. And like I was 12 or 13, I fought a boy from Hazelwick. It was a big video fight. I went round all the skulls and Bluetooth at the time, Bluetooth and fights. But this was all going about, and then I used to run round the bog, and I was fighting, hitting people on the bog all the time because that's where I drunk. And then somebody must have contacted the RA. Standing on the floor one night, and there were just me and my muckers and all these masked men. I think it was around the time, remember Rad and all was out? But obviously it was.
What was that, Republican Action Against Drugs?
Drugs, but it wasn't over drugs. It was just over me being a fucking nut. So they all came up, masked up, and a crowd of us there. And they started shouting, "Where the fuck's Oisin Dean? Where's this? Where's that?" I thought it was a joke, because I've imagined the RA wearing camouflage clothes, proper balaclavas and fucking guns and all. No, it was just these big grown men, be scarves, caps, hoods up, and just ran up and just started fucking smashed everybody. I didn't realise it was real until they whacked one of my muckers in the back of the bat. And then it just dawned on me and I went, fuck. And I ran off and they broke one of my mucker's hands. But it was all down to me, like, you know. In a way it was, if I had got that night, there were a lot of people in this town that I went, fucking happy days. You know, he deserves that. And I probably, maybe I did. But they never got me. And what do you call it? But it was really, really hard.
Why were they looking for you?
Fighting all the time. I don't know if at the time too, I had somebody involved them and I was hitting everybody, like, everybody. I did. I mean, it was the Brandywell War on night. I had a boy that was connected to them and had to go to a meeting of that. And it was the first boy I ever said he was never allowed under Brandywell. They told some one of my friends don't go to Brandywell. But there was that's just another part of the mad stage of life, do you know what I mean? But I was young, like. It wasn't really, I wasn't a big boy involved with drug dealing or nothing, like. The most I ever would have done was my muckers and stuff. Just got stuff and give it to them, but it was all young age stuff. At the end there, I was just taking stuff and snuffing it myself, like. But it was just a mad episode of my life, but see, most of the boys I know was all in that crap years ago, they're all idiot now, like, do you know what I mean? But what do you call it? Other than that, hey,
what about the I might have missed that, but the skinheads?
Why
skinheads in particular?
Uh,
What clothes did you wear?
Dr. Martens.
The red ones?
Big boots up there, bomber jackets, the head was skin done. All this was dressed the same. And we just ran around in groups, terrorising the town here.